Hello everyone and welcome to Lifestyle. I'm Denise Simons, your host, and this is a show about bringing life into your home and helping you create your style. And we do it all by giving you tips and inspiration and resources right here in Middle Tennessee to create everything you see on the show. Well, did you have a good weekend in Nashville? It was gorgeous. My husband and I decided to take the back roads and we went to an apple butter festival. Well, we got so excited about the apple butter. It sounds so good. We said, hey, we'll wait until we get there and have breakfast. I mean, we could just imagine the hot biscuits and the apple butter slathered on it. So we drove the back roads. We got to the festival and the little lady with the little hairnet was behind the, the table. And we said, well, we'd like to have a good hot biscuit and some apple butter. They said, well, we're not giving any samples and we don't have any biscuits. But I will have to say we were so prepared for that later that night we stopped by the store, got some biscuits, and we had to have breakfast for dinner. Have you ever had that? It was fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Well, coming up, we've got a big show for you. We're talking about, well, we all love the bathroom remodel afterwards. We love the shower heads, the glass, the walk-in shower with the beautiful tile on the bench seat. But have you ever thought about what's underneath? Well, Justin Higginbotham is here and he's going to be talking about, he's from Designer Floors and he is passionate about what we put underneath that remodel. Well, you don't really think about it until you have a leak or you have mold, but he's going to help us save some money and make sure we don't have those heartaches. And yesterday the temperature dropped about 10 degrees in about 2 hours. Well, that always makes me want a fire and a wonderful cozy rug. Well, if you're looking around your home right now and you're thinking, I don't really have a cozy rug. Well, Nicholas Sumner is here from Nashville Rug Gallery and he is going to be talking about Tibetan rugs, Ushaks, Persian rugs. Hey, if you don't know the difference, the expert is here and he's going to be talking about that coming up. Well, right now though, what can you do with an antique quilt or an old quilt that you have in your home? I'll show you how you can decorate it. Watch this. What do you do when you're merging two lifestyles and two collections into one home? Well, I'm going to tell you about it today. I did exactly that at Bill and Kara's home. When I first started working with Kara and Bill, it was really interesting because they had so many collections. I mean, we had the Longaberger baskets and we had the dead animals and then we had the airplanes, but it was great because really that's what I love, is bringing out the personality of the people who live there.
Denise has done an amazing job of helping us make it our home instead of a house. We've actually been able to use things from my life and things from his life and combine them together and make it our home.
When you meet Kara, she is so warm and cute and inviting. And then I met Bill, who is, when I first met him, I showed him the plan for the house and he was really quiet and I got really nervous because I knew they hadn't really worked with a designer and I thought, I could see the calculator working in his brain at the moment.
When I first heard we were going to have an interior design specialist come to our house, I freaked out. All I could think about was, oh, what is this going to cost?
Trying to put everything together was tough. I felt like we needed a push. We needed someone to help us figure out who we were.
First, I want you to look at some before pictures. As you can see, we had tan walls and we wanted to keep the furniture that was existing, but we needed an inspiration piece. And I found exactly that in this beautiful handmade quilt by Kara. And as you can see, there's gorgeous colors that I could bring out. We have the navies, the sage greens, and also some of the rust colors. So this became the inspiration for the room, and I used the navy on the walls. Whenever you use a darker color on the walls, you have to use less accessories, and it really brings the room down to a more human scale. Now look at this other before picture. As you can see, the floor blended in with the furniture and the walls, and the accessories were small in scale, and you see the lamp gets sort of swallowed up by the big sofa. And while the art sketch was interesting, the framing was simple and small in scale compared to the wall size. Now here's a tip to remember. When working in a large room, make sure your accessories match the scale of the room and you'll get better results. Are you ready to see the room? Remember that inspiration piece, that quilt? Well, originally it was hanging on a traditional quilt rack, But what I did is I had it framed in this beautiful bird's eye maple frame that is an ebony stain. It really makes such a statement in the room. Now look above and you'll see one of Bill's, it actually came off one of Bill's airplanes, and that is this beautiful propeller. Look at the wood stain. It is beautiful against this navy wall. Now, as you look at the sofa, we've added the rust color as well as some striped pillows. Now, here's a tip. Whenever you're buying pillows, go ahead and upgrade and get some feather down pillows. They're great because you can kind of put that designer karate chop right in the middle, and it adds so much color for not very much money. Now, remember the lamps that we had before? Well, I actually discovered that they had some more lamps downstairs that I could use. These lamps were the right size, the right scale for the room, but it had a white shade. So I changed out the shade to the black shade, and voila! It's like a party for your lamp. And it looks great. So always remember that. You want to make sure that your accessories are the right scale. Now look at this corner of the room. In this corner that was practically unnoticed before, here is the same chair in white canvas. Now see it pop against this navy wall. Look at the accessories. This is the sketch of Bill's plane reframed in a wormwood black frame. It's 4 inches thick and it's arranged with their black and white photos. And once this is installed, what a dramatic statement. Kara said that she really wanted this room to feel warm and comfortable and very cozy. So I thought putting a window treatment as you enter the room, give it a little bit of mystery. This 9-foot panel on both sides that are flanking the entrance to the room are in a tan linen, and it has a trim of black velvet all the way down. It's pulled back with this natural tassel that's really oversized. Now I want to show you the top of this window treatment. This pineapple finial really caps and creates such a great look in this black finish. With both of these window treatments on either side, it's an elegant touch to these window treatments. Now for the element of surprise. When Kara texted me and said, "I've got a few baskets I'd like to use in the room." Well, here's the shot. All I could text back was OMG.
I started collecting and collecting more. So through that, I realized at one point, my grandfather counted one day in my house, I had over 300 baskets.
There were a lot of baskets, but I will tell you, it was my favorite part of the room. Before, we just had a cabinet on a tan wall. But with this navy wall, all of her collection of baskets just pop. You can see these beautiful, intricately designed Lagerberger baskets. You can see the detail, the straps. Some of them even have beautiful colors. And the way we've hung them together really makes a statement in the room. We've also used his pheasant. So we're marrying both his and her collection.
One of my passions is I love the outdoors. I love to bird hunt, I love to fish, and I love to fly. The shot that I made to bring this bird down was a lot of fun.
It really turned out fantastic. I was so pleased, and they really were pleased too.
The great news is this. We've only spent what we wanted to spend, well within our own budget. She took what we had, blended it together, added her touch to it, and just made it awesome. We're just really happy with where we are.
I love to look in people's closets. I like to see what they have behind the scenes and bring out their personality, you know, because after I leave their home, it's not about me, it's about them. So when you're trying to merge the two collections together, it really could be a great marriage. I hope that you feel inspired in your own home. You know, whenever you are decorating, here's a little tip. When you have multiple family members in the home, don't forget to compromise, because you want everyone to feel comfortable in your home. And you know, a good designer can help you blend them all. We're going to be talking about important things coming up. Our experts in the field will be here to tell you good advice to save you some money in the future when we return.